Former President Donald Trump continues to take swings at possible 2024 rival, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Now, while Trump's been, of course, attacking everyone, Nikki Haley, etc., he's been extra focused on DeSantis. In fact, in a recent interview, Donald Trump did what, he tries to do, what he's been good at doing for quite some time, and that is trying to unman his opponent. I guess in the case of Nikki Haley, you really can't do that. But in the case of Ron DeSantis, he does. And here's how he tries.
Ron DeSantis got elected because of me. You remember he had nothing. He was dead. He was leaving the race. He came over and he begged me for an endorsement. He was getting ready to drop out. He said, if you endorse me, I'll win. And there were tears coming down from his eyes. He said, if you endorse me, I'll win. So I end up doing it, and he wins.
Tears coming down. He was crying for that endorsement. Do I think that really happened? No. Do I want it? Do I wish it would have happened? Yes, I do. Only so that I can, play these.
Beta male.
Okay. Anyway, look, not that the truth is any less pathetic, but it's just not as dramatic, and I'll show you an example of it. By the way, you remember Ron DeSantis really did kiss Trump's ass when he was running his first campaign for governor of Florida. So that was actually an incredibly close race, both in the primary, where his opponent was actually ahead of DeSantis, and then, of course, during his race against the Democrat Andrew Gillum, he barely pulled that one out. All right. So now that's different than what happened in the most recent gubernatorial election in Florida, where he actually blew out Charlie Crist by like 20 points. So, but those first races, that was rough. That was rough for him. Now, that said, he did ask for, that endorsement. He tried very hard to get it. The Trump endorsement at the time was very, very coveted by the right wing. And once he got it, oh man, did he kiss ass. If you can remember, back in July of 2018, the DeSantis campaign released this ad.
Everyone knows my husband, Ron DeSantis, is endorsed by President Trump, but he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron's all Trump, but he is so much more.
Big league. So good.
I just thought you should know.
Ron DeSantis for governor.
Beta male.
Oh, that's the cringiest ad I've ever seen. Maybe not ever seen, but holy crap. And look, as cringe as that is, that might also be bordering on child abuse, because those poor kids. Seriously. Okay, so, like I said, at the time, hey, begging for a Trump endorsement actually did help. He won, after all. But lately, though, not so much. It hadn't actually worked out very well for people endorsed by Donald Trump in the midterms, for example. You only have to look at the track record, like Doug Mastriano, Carrie Lake, Herschel Walker. Yes, that Herschel Walker, who said
resurrection is about the people.
Can barely put together a coherent sentence. And then, famously, Dr. Oz. Doctor who? Exactly. So, look, the Trump endorsement didn't work out for any of those losers, because they're losers. However, Ron DeSantis, who I do not believe endorsed or was endorsed by Trump in this last election, he won. And so, look, DeSantis and the rest of the Republicans, especially the Republican establishment, well, they know that Trump's endorsement doesn't go very far anymore. That's why they're not kissing his ass. Save, of course, for, well, Lindsey Graham, because of course.
Beta male.
That said, they're not attacking Trump either. And so this is interesting. So Trump's coming out and he's swinging for the fences, especially at DeSantis. DeSantis is like, I don't really want to attack, because if I try to punch him back, then that's going to make the chuds mad and they're going to come after me. I'll just let him, keep letting him, whatever, right? You just do your thing. I'm just not going to say anything, right? In fact, look, Trump is throwing just bombs at DeSantis, recently calling him a, quote, rhino globalist. Yeah. Now, DeSantis responds with, quote, oh, man, I roll out of bed and I have people attacking me from all angles. It's been happening for many, many years. And that's all he had to say. And this was when he was specifically asked about Trump. So he is going out of his way to avoid criticizing Donald Trump, while Trump is just, again, lobbing some of the most vicious attacks at him. It's, again, pretty clear that he does not want to engage. Now, that lack of engagement, of course, is going to further enrage Donald Trump. It's not like he's going to stop attacking. He's going to keep attacking further and further and further. And he's going to go more and more vicious each time that, again, DeSantis fails to engage. And the reason Donald Trump does that, by the way, is, again, he's a bully. He's not very smart. But also, he's best when he's trading insults with people. Whereas DeSantis is best at using the power of the state to crush trans people. He's doing it a la assault in Florida against marginalized people. That's why the right wing loves him, by the way. Yes, he's going after all the people that right wingers in the state despise. That's his greatest asset at this point, is the fact that he is so incredibly cruel and evil. But at some point, he will be asked to respond. And I don't know how that's going to turn out. I don't know what he's going to do. If he's going to just point at his record in Florida. I mean, if you're, politically smart, you would point at that and just ignore the things that Trump is saying about you and just be like, hey, look, at the debate stage, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, but point and say, oh, well, I did this in Florida. I did that. Look how terrible, I treated trans people. Look, I even made, high school girls show us their menstrual data. I mean, extremely misogynistic. You guys love that. That's why I should be president. That's the kind of horrible stuff he's doing in his state. Now, that's going to play really, really well with the Republican base. Then again, he does not have the charisma of Donald Trump. So it is a very interesting fight that's shaping up. And of course, I'm going to sit back. I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the primaries. I'm looking forward to all this Republican infighting. Like I always say, let them fight. Let them fight.